Welcome to MEK Learning Circles, where small group learning leads to big success. My name is Beenal Patel, and I'm the director of MEK Learning Circles. At MEK Learning Circles, the curricular foundation for all of our courses is the Common Core State Standard, the main foundation for all school classrooms. However, with MLC at MEK, we don't just help students succeed in the classroom, we help students go way beyond. MLC consists of 3 sub-programs: MLC Standard and Enriched, which follow the same curricula but with different teaching approaches, and MLC Advanced for advanced learners who want to get a head start on test prep. MLC Standard and Enriched consist of the following subjects. For English, students can take vocabulary, writing, or critical reading. And for math, they can take operations and number sense or problem-solving math. Advanced learners also have the option of taking our MLC Advanced classes, Advanced Verbal Reasoning, and Advanced Math Applications. The subjects for both English and math can be considered as levels. For English, students level up from vocabulary to writing to critical reading, or place in those subjects through evaluation test. And for math, students level up from operation and number sense to problem-solving math. However, the key aspect of our programs is that as students move up in level within the same grade, they do not learn new concepts, but rather new skills to apply those concepts. In doing so, they're able to draw the big picture of what they need to learn and understand through the lower level programs and fill in the big picture through the higher level programs. After they have mastered critical reading and problem-solving math, they can move on to advanced programs as the last step in their journey to mastery. For English, critical reading is the main objective for Common Core success. What I mean by this is all other English objectives eventually build up to the ability to read critically, make conclusions, and write about these conclusions in a well-developed essay. In order to do so, students need to build a strong vocabulary bank, learn how to structure an essay, and learn how to annotate to find the main idea and themes of the text at hand. This is precisely the progression of English language art circles. We go from vocabulary in which students build a strong vocabulary to become a better reader and writer, to writing in which students learn to brainstorm, write and revise essay in both a group setting and independent basis. Students who finish the writing course move up to critical reading, where they learn how to use the skills they learn in the writing circles effectively through reading comprehension and literary analysis. After critical reading, students will move to either the next grade level or advanced verbal reasoning based on their grade level. However, please keep in mind that all of these courses are full-term courses. Students do not move up in the middle of a term to ensure that they're building a full understanding of the curriculum. In the English Language Arts Circles, we aim to accomplish the following: help students build the tools for critical reading, such as effective annotating and note-taking, expand students' reading preferences through varied genres of reading passages, and build students' communication and expression skills, and subsequently build their confidence within the classroom. The classes for each English subject are structured slightly differently from one another. The daily agenda for the vocabulary circles is as follows. Students start the class by reading an article with new vocabulary words, after which they discuss the article as well as the vocabulary words. This allows students to understand the words in context while learning strategies to build vocabulary skills. Then, they will practice applying these words by writing their own sentences using these words as classwork. Students will also take vocabulary quizzes in each class to test the words that they learned in the last session, which will consist of sentence completion, analogies, synonyms, antonyms, and other vocabulary exercises. These vocabulary quizzes will also test on words from previous sessions to assess long-term retention of learned material. There will be 2 cumulative vocabulary quizzes during the semester, one in the middle of the semester and one at the end. For homework, students will be asked to study for their next vocabulary quiz by review. Differently from the vocabulary circles, the writing circle consists of a 2-session cycle. The 2-session cycle starts with prompt day, in which students are introduced to a new descriptive, expository, or narrative essay topic. During prompt day, the teacher will teach and model brainstorming and other writing strategies and techniques. Students will brainstorm for their essays, and for homework, they'll write the first draft of their essays. The second session of the cycle is revision day, in which students review their essays together through peer review to learn revision skills. They will revise their essay for homework and submit a final draft before their next session, when they start the cycle again with a new essay topic. Each class, students will also have a grammar lesson, something which students generally do not have in their school classrooms. Students are encouraged to use what they learn in their grammar lesson in their essays. Finally, in the critical reading circles, students will read a fiction text, non-fiction text, or poem together as a class. The class will then analyze and discuss the text together, reviewing various critical reading skills and strategies, and answering multiple choice and open-ended questions. Then, the class will brainstorm a literary analysis essay together while learning critical writing strategies. For homework, students will write the essay that they started brainstorming in class. Now for math. For each grade, there is a series of CCSS-aligned topics that students need to master by the end of the year. Let's take grade 5 for an example. The overall list of objectives is operations and algebraic thinking, number and operations in base 10, number and operation fractions, measurement and data, and geometry. In grade 5, operation and number sense, students learn precisely these topics with an emphasis on learning the concept and solving simple question types. In grade 5 problem-solving math, students learn the same topics, but with more complex question types and applications. This example will probably give you a good idea of what I'm talking about. In ONS, the second lesson on number and operation in base 10 is on multiplying multi-digit number. So operations such as 36 times 41. In PSM, the second lesson on the same objective is on dividing multi-digit numbers and interpreting the remainder. So operations such as 76 divided by 13 and coming to a conclusion on the remainder of 11. For homework, students are assigned practice exercises to continue to reinforce their understanding until the next session. With this approach, students finish an entire ONS and PSM curriculum in 40 weeks. In these 40 weeks, they not only form an understanding of the CCS objectives, but they also master the topics completely using both simple and difficult question types. In advanced verbal reasoning and advanced math application, just like the rest of the MLC curriculum, students aren't learning new concepts. If anything, they're relearning topics, but framed differently. By this time, they have already learned all concepts that they need for this class. So instead of solving question types that they would likely see on their school homework or even on state assessment, they learn how to efficiently and accurately solve question types that they would find on the SSAT, ISE, HSPT, and BCA test. Exams that are eventually difficult because they demand students to use what they have learned in a different way. By the time students reach this level, they have learned various different approaches to the same type of question and now have an understanding of what it takes to be an efficient test taker. As most classes at MEK Review work, the first step of joining any MLC program is the evaluation test. If your student is new to MLC or haven't taken an MLC course within the past 3 months, they must take an evaluation test to be accurately placed in the level that best fits their needs. After the evaluation, students will be given a course recommendation along with their test results, based on the experience with student learning curves and learning potential. Check our website at mekreview.com/events for our free student evaluations. Even if we aren't running a free student evaluation event, we have our CCSS student evaluation available for students all throughout the year on a paid basis, so we can provide the best recommendations for each student. In order to get the full effect, please enroll in the full term of the course that you register for. We designed the curriculum for the full term, so when students miss out on even one lesson, they're missing out on a lot. However, at the same time, make sure you do not enroll your student in more than they can handle. Students need to have enough time to review what they have learned in class through homework, and assignments in order to fully absorb what they're learning. The best solution is to have students spend as much time as they spend in class reviewing what they have learned and completing in preparation for the next class. So, if a student spends 3 hours in class a week, that's how much time they need to spend outside of class reviewing what they have learned and completing homework. When it comes to classroom skills, it's hard to define success. But what I define as success through MLC is twofold. The first and most tangible indicator of success is the level of preparedness for the next academic year and eventually high school admissions test. However, the second and the most important indicator of success is the genuine enjoyment of learning. When students are able to draw that big picture and fill it in with knowledge, understanding, and mastery, they attain high confidence, which allows them to enjoy learning and getting ahead in class. I'm looking forward to seeing your student in class.